Sadly, does fall though. And that was a good hold from Spectrum. Toxic now able to really hold these high grounds with only the Baptiste if they want to, able to jump onto him. Shatter finds Torb, Rally and Lamp is forced. Skinny gets decimated. Torbolt and Flux in retaliation. Toxic tries to bob to stall points. But Spectrum does fall over. We'll see if Skinny's able to get a recontest here, see if he gets hindered or rocked on his way out. He is able to touch but falls over instantly. Mamba using the broken underground venture mode to live as long as he can. But looks like Skoll able to clean up and cap. Great talk from Skoll. Still had a minute 24 left on the clock, so they'll be sitting pretty comfortable. Had a very good first point attack, which really set him up for second and third point. Even though Spectrum had some good holds, the huge time ping that they started with really let them take the fights that they wanted to take and push to the end.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Looks like Skoll running out on the same exact comp they were just on. Hopefully Spectrum knows how to play against this. Yesterday's scrim, when they played against Yellow, they did run this comp, and we did beat them. So hopefully we know how to run against it during game time. That's the hope. Looks like Spectrum's a little indecisive what they want to run. The game has started and Arya has not selected a hero yet. Okay, looks like they're on the Bap Ana, similar comp as they were last time. And they have the Sigma, so they're looking to match the Sigmir. This is going to be a poke fest. Arya's going to be looking for those big anti-nades, and without a Curie, they won't be able to be cleansed. Toxic is dropped early though. Big headshot for the Torb. Spectrum is forced to back up now. Violence is rocked, and that's another pick for Skoll.
Stand near the immortality field. Just what the doctor ordered. Proclaiming a barrier.
Huge pick from Violence. Is traded out though. But with the main source of healing from Skoll, we'll see if they're able to still win this fight. They are making the rotation through Hotel, and they collapse on Spectrum's backline. Looks like they are going to win this fight.
Show them what you can do.
See Toxic switching over the soldier here.
Barrier initialized. Barrier broken. Fine.
Flux coming out. High noon retaliation. Chip finding some huge picks. Mamba able to find Chip though in retaliation. But Spectrum is forced to back up still. Arya with the standard boost too. We'll see who she decides to give it to. Lamp already out. However, Torb does find the pick on Violence. And now they've used Windows. Going to force Spectrum to back up even more. Toxic does fall. Mamba falls low, but does get out. Balance does find a pick onto yellow. The chip does get balance return. Sigma is nanoed. Walking forward now. Chip falls very low. Lamp is used. And now Mon Core is going to be able to cover this point. Huge anti-nade onto the enemy Sig. But Skinny does fall. And Mamba dies while using High Noon. Skoll's doing a very good job of holding this point.
My ultimate is charged. Actuating the barrier. Withdrawing the barrier.
30 seconds remaining.
Violence now does have the chance. We'll be able to counter the Flux on Skoll's side, but that's... And Skinny has his own Flux. Early Rally comes out and Flux. Trans in return.
Step right up.
High Noon comes out. They're zoning them so hard. Skinny tries to Flux himself, but gets High Nooned. And that's going to be a Skoll hold. And that's another Skoll map win.
Victory. Play of the game.
Bitte die Versen singt vor mig!
Skoll looking very dominant now. Let's see if Spectrum's able to turn the momentum. But as I see it right now, Skoll just doing a great job, really outpacing Spectrum in the Poe comp.
To the game, but my stream crashed apparently for a
Did
few
it
seconds.
actually?
I think it did, but it came back up by itself, so I don't know when it crashed or how long it crashed, so
Oh well.
it will be in 2 VODs. Because it like started streaming again and it said that we're streaming again. I'm like, oh,
Oh, okay. Well, for the YouTube video, it should be able to be combined.
yeah.
Well, I got 1 minute of ads, so I'll see how the stream quality is. I mean, good that I'm getting an ad now instead of later. Make sure it works.
Yeah. I think the quality looked terrible when I was when I looked at it. I don't know
Your
why.
voice sounds not robot-y at all, so hopefully it's good.
I don't know what's up.
I'm watching the stream through my phone, so it's like a little scuffed as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anywho, it looks like Moto's coming in for DPS.
Uh, they said when Skoll was pushing from first to second point, stream went down. I don't know when stream came back, but it did before Skoll started defending. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't really control that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, that's a little unlucky. Well,
uh,
Skoll finished capping with a minute 24, and then yeah, then you guys saw the defense. So nothing crazy happened, but lots of ult dumping, and then Skoll winning on third.
I don't do the predictions. Arya does usually. So
And she's playing right now.
yeah, I don't know how to end it if it wasn't already ended or started. I don't know if it started because it might have canceled.
All right, Master Solution. I have a prediction for you. Spectrum is about to lock in. Right, we actually got the uh 19 shock to play for them, and they're about to cook. We actually have them on their accounts as we speak. I will like to see how Kalse has played, especially with the new map changes. Not insanely crazy, but it does make a difference on the map, especially by the first checkpoint. Now that you don't have to push in from going above the bridge or into that small room, because now there's another side path you can take from your spawn room. It's not like directly out of spawn, like in your spawn, but like if you stay to the, depending on what side you're on, the right or left, while walking towards the checkpoint, you're able to drop right next to the point by the mega. So we'll see if any team utilizes that today.
Arriving at Coliseo.
Oh yes, Lucian. Yes, this, obviously your team is also popping off. They're doing a great job this game. I am a little biased as Spectrum's coach to hopefully see him play a little bit better in this map, but we'll see. But I will agree that Skoll is popping up. Popping up. Popping off. English is hard.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Here we are in Calseo. And it looks like Skoll going back to the Winston comp that we saw from Nepal with the Tracer Sombra. Moto with actually switching to the Bastion. That's gotta be a troll. He's doing a caster troll.
5, 4, 3.
Okay, back to the Sombra. And we see a Spectrum
Objective
on a
X
BAP rig comp with Soj Cass and Sigma, which is really interesting because Push is a map where you need speed boost. I am curious to see how they will run this. They're gonna go for hyper poke, but I guess the break will help against the dive that's gonna happen onto them. Early hack on the Toxic is gonna allow them the Winston to walk up. Toxic does find Chip though, gets a huge rock onto the Winston. Cleanse is forced out. But gets hacked again, Lamp is forced. And the Winston falls. Clean first fight win from Spectrum, able to really poke Skoll out before they were able to walk in.
Tengo que irme. We don't have the lead anymore. Ya volví.
Skoll now coming to the back line, trying to isolate the Baptiste. Mamba does fall though, gets headshot by Kiriko. Yellow is traded out though, but they do find the Brig in return. However, the Winston does fall. Toxic's rehacked. Duck does get taken out by Chip. Chip, who's so low, trying to survive here. Toxic does find the pick. Very close fight here. They do now dive onto Eris. And it looks like Skoll's gonna win this fight.
The enemy took control of the robot.
Your team is
Push
close.
started. Let's go. Got your lady MP almost ready.
My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is almost charged.
Let's see how Spectrum's able to go into this next fight. Still currently in the lead. As Toxic is contesting point. Does get EMP though. Huge EMP. Does get 4. And Skoll's gonna be cleaning up this fight.
Barricades moving.
Your team has taken the lead.
Enemy team eliminated.
Let's see
everyone. They're in the lead.
where Spectrum's gonna be able to take this next fight. Without speed, they're gonna have to hurry to get to point as fast as they can. Skoll getting very close to capping point here.
Let's take them out.
Lots of ults on both sides. Let's see who pops ult first. Chip with the pulse doesn't find anything and gets picked. They do pop rush and beats. They do get the checkpoint. Lamp is forced. Everyone's so low. Ari with the rally and retaliation. Trying to keep her team up. Mamba falling low does get picked out. And Skoll's still getting progress on this bot. Doing a great job of taking a fight away from the bot to get the progress.
Area denial.
And Spectrum regroups now, trying to stop this bot from getting even more progress. About to take another corner. Mamba finds a huge pick onto Moto. Chip is in the backline though, causing lots of damage. Flux comes out, doesn't find anything, and Skoll able to maybe turn this fight? Spectrum doing their best. Toxic falling so low, does fall to Chip. And yeah, Skoll is able to clean up that fight.
My ultimate is charged. Push.
Toxic now switching over to D.Va. Let's see if Toxic's able to deal with the Sombra hack. D.Va did get a buff recently, so we'll be able to like burst bubbles down more and all that jazz, but we'll see how they're able to deal with all this Sombra hacking. Moto falling again to Mamba. Mamba doing a great job of making sure that Moto gets as least value as possible. Mamba now also finding the pick on Chip and cleaning up Yellow. Mamba with 3 this fight, doing a great job for Spectrum.
Good to see you. Hey. Good to see you.
Spectrum finally able to push the bot up. Will be able to counteract the forward spawns for Skoll, but they do have an EMP coming up, so we'll see how Spectrum is able to deal with this. Moto has it. Is looking for it.
Railgun charged.
Pulse bomb comes out. The EMP comes out, but their Winston does fall.
Now.
Duck with the overclock. Trying to clean up this fight.
Headshot.
Does find Yellow.
Cybernetics regulating.
And that was an amazing fight from Spectrum. Able to poke out the Winston, able to come before the EMP comes out, able to win the fight. Now it's gonna be hard for Skoll to push into Spectrum, especially when Arya now has this rally. Mamba finding the one against Chip. Rush does come out. Rally in return. Primal comes out. Arya coming very low. So many ults being used. You'll see it comes out top. Toxic finds Moto with the bomb, and they do get forward spawns. Spectrum getting more progress on the bot. With no ults though. Yellow does have a beat. Duck falling insanely low. Does have to get lamped. Beat comes out from Yellow. Eris does get caught out. Duck as well, and it looks like Skoll's gonna be winning this fight. Spectrum doing a great job though of getting as much progress as they could for how far back they were. All of them will be getting forward spawns. They'll probably meet him out mid. Moto, however, already 75% to another EMP. And Spectrum doesn't have anything currently to really deal with it if Moto does build it.
That party with todo listo por aquí. Mucho mejor.
Moto does fall though. Spectrum doing a great job of making sure they're keeping Moto in check. Eris does have to lamp though for the pulse bomb. And Toxic, very close to losing mech, does lose the mech. And with the Winston Primal, this is Skoll's fight to maybe win. Toxic getting bullied in a corner, does fall, but Duck does get the trade onto Yellow. And Mamba getting Moto back from spawn. This looks like Spectrum's going to turn this fight. Mamba putting so much work into Skoll's backline, all by himself. Really letting Spectrum prevail here.
Hey.
Enemy contact.
Alright, Moto now has the EMP. We'll see how that goes for them. Eris is dropped on, does have the lamp. Huge 4-man EMP, and that's going to be a quick fight win for Skoll.
Tengo que irme. Come on, cutie. You're ours now.
And Toxic, a little bit of a stagger there.
I've got you.
2 minutes remaining.
My ultimate is charging. You're going
Everyone on Spectrum does get forward spawn. Let's see how they're able to do with their almost 5 ults. Yellow getting very close to his own beats, and Bubba close to their own rush.
let them out.
Pulse comes out, window in retaliation, and rally with the Winston jump. Winston definitely going to fall here. Bubba falls next.
On your six.
Spectrum does win this fight, but you have to use both support ults for that fight.
Good to see you.
Spectrum trying to reclaim this forward spawns again. However, it's being contested by the Winston high ground. Rush does come out.
This ends now.
Overclock and bomb in retaliation, but B is going to keep everyone on Skoll alive. And with Arya and Mamba falling, this is going to be Skoll winning this fight once again. Once they get these cleanup kills.
Don't mess with a flying scientist.
Toxic going to get staggered. And Chip done a great job. He actually stole that bot mid-fight, which is going to make it so Toxic will not get... And actually, most of Spectrum not get forward spawns here. Oh, it was Moto who stole the bot. Never mind.
Seconds remaining.
Party time,
And with only, under 20 seconds on this clock, Spectrum are going to have to win probably 3 fights here. Moto does get picked, though. It is going to force Skoll to back up. They know that they don't have to take this fight yet. They don't want to give more ult charge to Spectrum because they know they don't have any. Arya is on the Lucio now,
Overtime.
which will be advantage towards Skoll so they can get onto the backline.
Dodge this.
without a Brig healing up their whole team. They are taking the fight now. They do jump onto Duck. Duck does fall. Arya does get pulsed. Eris does fall low, and with these last cleanup kills, it looks like Skoll can be taking this last map. GG's.
Victory. Play of the game.
And just like that, Skoll, quick 3-0 finish.
Oh, I love helping others succeed. That's what I call pop.
And big play of the game from Yellow. Piper, we still do MVP and honorable mentions, right? I'm not going
We
crazy.
do, just not for playoffs. We only do MVP for playoffs.
Okay. I think for MVP, I'd give it to Yellow on support.
I agree. Yellow or maybe Lazuli.
I think Yellow because just from yesterday, I know like that King's Row comp is something that he calls. That because yeah, he made us run it yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and so I know like probably the comp and the rotations are called by him on Lucio, and how little impact usually Lucio players are getting these days with how many silly abilities there are. You did get a lot of value, and especially that play of the game at the end. I think it would be given to him.
Okay.
Also, because when does the support player get it?
Yeah, true. Who do
Honorable
you think
mention.
for honorable mention?
I'd probably give it to Mamba. Really trying to, deadlift his team, especially at the end there. Really finding so many
Yeah.
picks. Really helped Spectrum win fights that maybe they shouldn't have won.
Yeah, I do want to say like the sports were really strong on Spectrum. They were, even if they might have wanted to go Lucio earlier, but it was
Yeah,
good.
honestly, the break pick was pretty good,
The break
especially
was good.
against the Winston comp. It's just hard because they take less fights because they don't have speed. It did
Yeah.
allow Skoll to get forward spawns because they weren't able to contest in time. But in the end, it wouldn't have mattered much. Skoll was definitely playing a much better game. Looked very coordinated, and were doing a very good job.
Right. Yeah. Good job, both teams. I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end the stream?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Woo.